Welcome to World of Goo. In my opinion, one of the best games of all time. So you use these little goo balls to build up to the pipe where you have to collect as many as possible. It's basically the object of the game. I played it several times, but I think it needs to go on YouTube. One of my favorite parts about this game is honestly the soundtrack, which unfortunately I'm probably going to have to turn down because it's a little loud right now. From across a small divide, now the mysterious pipe appeared up in the sky. Its opening looked warm and inviting. The goo balls seemed to wonder where it might lead. The sign painter. See, this game has like a kind of hidden story, but it's like, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, you'll see. But basically just solve these simple puzzles. And I'm in the first world still, obviously, so it's pretty simple. But then you get to the pipe. No man left behind, of course. Come on, guys. But yeah, you just want to get as many as possible. You have to get a certain amount to pass the level, but if you get more, you get a higher score. So my plan is just to do this first island with you guys. I really love the soundtrack to this game. It's just very cool. This cave looks like it's been undisturbed for thousands of years, until now. When the pipe broke through the ceiling above, the sunlight must have blinded these rare albino goo balls. They didn't seem to notice when it began to snow. Maybe they would wake up if they just had something to jump onto. The sign painter. Yeah, so at first glance it looks really like this just fun little puzzle game. But when you read all the sign painter stuff especially, it paints this sort of sad picture of like industry hurting the goo balls and everything. As you'll see when they go throughout. Probably use a little extra support here. But it's not a super challenging game or, you know, an action-packed game, but it's very chill. It's got a very good soundtrack, and it's got some pretty good puzzle solving, especially in the later worlds. Plus, I have to mention, I have played this several times before, so I don't have to think too much about what I'm doing. The first cutscene of the game. Has a very interesting art style, as you can see. See, the World of Goo Corporation is just a little thing. So, if you go back out here, this is like the world select and eventually unlock these chapters too. But the corporation is just, if you go here, I'll show you. So anytime you get extra in a level, it adds that number of extra here, and then you just try and build a bigger tower. And right now, obviously, I only have like 10 things here, so I can't do much, but later on I get to have a ton. See, right here, it just says it here. They say employees are given free cereal and they ride to meetings on scooters. It's pretty cool. Is infinite in all directions, yeah. I mean, so yeah, it's just, you build up, and when the game first came out, I think that there was like a multiplayer element to this, but there aren't too many people playing it anymore. I should probably mention this game came out in 2008. But back on track. Let's keep playing the first world. So this is the first one that introduces a different variety of goo balls, and I mean they're balloons. They look like goo balls. They're balloons. They function as balloons. So you just attach them to here, and then you open up the gates. Open these gates and fly, monkeys, fly. But don't forget about me, okay? Sincerely, the sign painter. Wizard of Oz reference there. Uh-oh. See, these balloons also get sucked up, so... Oh, I guess they don't get sucked up. I thought they did. Okay, now we have two options. We can do Fisty's Bog. That is an iconic level right there. Or we can do Tumbler. I don't like Tumbler, so let's do Fisty's Bog first. This guy over here is Fisty, I think. Fisty swore he would never be like those tadpoles that grow up and shoot colored gems out of their mouths, but he wondered what it might be like. The sign painter. Pop a time bug to go back in time by one move. The traveling sign paper. Oh, yeah. I almost never use those things, but they are. Oh, maybe they're not around. Yeah. Oh, I probably have to make a move first. So yeah, the key to this level is there's spikes down here and spikes up here, and those will kill your goo balls, and if you lose too many, you can't win. So you gotta balance out using the balloon so you don't go too high or too low. Oh yeah, here's a time bug, so if I click one of these, it'll actually go back in time. One move, as the sign painter so eloquently put it. Oh boy. Uh-oh. See, this is where it gets a little shifty. Uh-oh. And, yeah, now it's time for a time bug. Crap. No. Okay, pop. Close one. This is really the first challenging level of the game. Once we get to the pipe, though, the suction will actually hold it in place, see? Which is helpful, to say the least. That helps you out on a lot of levels. Had to use some time bugs, but we still beat it first try. I'll go with Tumbler. This one introduced the green goo balls. So the cool thing about the green ones is you can reuse them, unlike the other one. So if I need to, I can detach one from the other. Which will come in handy on this level, because as you can see, it's constantly rotating. So you have to build fast. Alright, let me just read the sign painter before we go. A new species of goo ball, I must say they look quite beautiful. Maybe they have commitment anxiety, I'm not sure. But it looks like they can be easily detached from one another. The helpful sign painter. So yeah, look, so like this guy, you can just pull him off and use him again. With the black ones, you can't do that. Impale Sticky. This is a good level. This is probably my favorite song in the soundtrack, too. It's... like, it's bombastic, but sad at the same time. I don't know if you know what I mean. Oh. So yeah, this one, the key is just bracing it against this back wall, because you have to go out and over, obviously. This one I might take a couple tries to do. This one can be pretty tough. Let's try and brace it here if I can. I'm going to have to use 2. And here. It's kind of difficult finding that balance of braced adequately and still lightweight. And that's about to get popped, I think. It's too bad. Oh, crap. Actually, we'll time bug it. Don't do it. There we go. Let's see what the sign painter has to say. The Goo Balls were excited to explore the mysterious pipe system, even if it meant traversing ridiculously contrived terrain. It's kind of self-aware. One of the Goo Balls seemed to say he felt like an armadillo. Moo! Loved the mysterious sign painter. I'm surprised this game didn't do better than it actually did, because it really is a great game. But you don't really hear about it too much, which is why I figured I'd play it. Alright, let's see if we have enough left over to actually win. This might be the most annoying part of the game, it's just waiting for them all to get up there. Oh, just enough. Look at that. We're making pretty good progress here. Let's do Ivy Towers. This is another iconic level. If a Goo Ball falls into a well 10 meters deep and climbs up 3 meters each day but slides down 2 meters at night, will he still look fabulous in the morning? Maybe if he were to brace against the walls as hard as he could leave the ground behind. Your friend, the sign painter. So yeah, you can just sort of brace against the walls in this level. And then, here, I'll show you. Because the green ones you can remove, you just sort of inchworm your way up. See, now I can remove this guy and we'll still survive, maybe. I need that middle one. Get out of here. Oh, crap. So far, not so great. But I can't grab the one I want. It's a pretty simple concept for the level. It's just sort of a pain to execute sometimes. We'll take this guy. Take him. Not even a problem. That one might be. There we go. Oh, another sign. Oh, crap. I missed it. Some winners are bigger than other winners. Look for each area's menu for more important information. Oh, yeah, so that's, if you want to, you can do the OCD challenges where you get, like, you do it in fewer moves and you get more Goo Balls, essentially. It's just a little extra challenge for if you want to go for it, and it says each in the menu. I might go for those if you guys want to see that, but for now I'm just trying to beat the level. I'm not doing any of that fancy stuff. Yee. It's a little iffy. A little iffy. See, I don't want you to do that. Oh my... I hate it when I drop them. Oh. We're making it. We're making it. Pipe is right there. The cool thing about the pipe, too, is that it adds like a suction force, but it's actually pretty strong, so you can get away with taking off quite a bit. Oh, we're almost there. Come on. Here we go. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're only going to collect 2. That's okay, though. That's all we need. Alright, what's next? Chain or Tower of Goo? Let's go Tower of Goo. Tower of Goo's a fun one. Yeah, so for this one, you just got to build a really big tower. Easiest way to do that is to start with a big base, and then go up from there. The thing that tends to happen in this is if you overweight your tower to one side, then it will collapse, and you pretty much have to start all over again. Let's see what Sign Painter has to say. Go as fast as you can. They are stronger than you think. They will have to work together to climb very high. A real Tower of Goo. Some of them felt that they had done something like this a long time ago. But things were more experimental back then. The Sign Painter. I'm actually not sure what that's referring to. Maybe like a beta test of the game. The Sign Painter has a lot of meta jokes and things like that, and later on in the game it makes reference to a lot more story stuff, like I said, of this sort of like industrialization of the world. And pollution. Pollution becomes like a big point of this game's story. So we're just going to expand our base a little bit. And then we got to keep going up. So the other thing too about this level is we also have to collect 25, so you have to keep that in mind too. We can't just use all of these for the structure. Oh, crap. See, this is what I was talking about overweighting one side, but I think we're close enough where we should just be able to, if we go fast. Yeah. Because like I said, that pipe suction will help keep it up. And we got 25. Nice. Let me just wait for this last slowpoke. Here we go. Not bad. All right. Chain. Oh yeah, this is a fun one. This is another one of the better songs in the soundtrack. It's on this level. The goo balls on this side didn't seem to like the goo balls over there on that side. I don't know, they look the same to me. Totally delicious. The Sign Painter. Yeah, they're weirdly... Okay, so like the goo balls are supposed to serve like a purpose. That's why they're collecting them in the pipe. Like people were eating them, and then in one world they were using them as makeup. It's weird. But I think a lot of times people are eating them. Come on. Okay. See, this is the advantage to using the green ones, is you can do this, and then you don't waste any. So yeah, they basically just gotta wake these ones up to get enough to beat the level. It's a pretty simple idea. It's not too challenging at all, that's for sure. The real challenging stuff doesn't really come until later. It's pretty self-explanatory in the first world. There we go. Come on, get out of the way. Yeah, like I said, pretty much the only major annoyance I have with this game is the way the goo balls move on the, like, the track. It can be kind of annoying at times. But then the pipe is just right there, so. Oh yeah, the other thing is this obnoxious swing that happens. Because all this rotates just based on the weight. There we go. There's that suction coming in handy once again. Demonstrated perfectly there. Boom, and we got the OCD challenge too. Without even looking at it. Yeah, and then when you get OCD, you get this little flag here that says that you did it better. Ode to the Bridge Builder. This level's pretty cool. As the sun sets over the last of the hills, one of the goo balls seems to say that life sure seems like a giant physics simulation. But as he fell into the spiky death pit below, he knew it probably didn't matter. Love, the sign painter. I do love you, sign painter. Thank you for what you do. You add comedy and depth to this game that would otherwise just be a simple puzzle. So this one is just like a bigger version of level 2. But just like the level description said, it looks harder than it is. It's not too bad. See, the problem is it gets too heavy, and then you have this kind of issue. Oh, these guys are here. It says, "Hello, this is Mom. Are you there? Are you coming home?" Huh. I'll be right home, Mom. There we go. Not a very good bridge, but it does the job, I suppose. And we did quite a bit better than just getting 8. Look at that. Tripled what we needed. And the final level of the first section, the goo-filled hills. This is a cool level. The last of the goo balls didn't seem to know that they were extremely delicious, or about the nature of the smelly pit in which they found themselves. They said something about this being the last level of the first chapter, whatever that means, the sign painter. I know what that means. So the first thing you gotta do in this level is you're floating around, so you need to stabilize yourself by building up structures to the wall. So then you can hold still. Now this is one of the very, very few levels without a pipe. And you'll see why in a second. But basically, now that we're braced, you just start building a tower upward, much the way you do in any other level. As you can see, there are gears here. Yeah, just watch. Ah, crap. We need to brace it a little bit. But basically, just build up, And then these wheels are very strong. You have to brace against them. Oh, crap. I hit a gear. Because this thing is not holding very well. There we go. Oh, crap. Now it's leaning to the other side. There we go. So basically these wheels are very strong. This level took me forever to figure out the first time. What's this guy saying? You might be onto something. It will be a tight fit and you might have to leave some behind, but that's probably okay. We're all in it together. The sign painter was here too. So yeah, see, here it goes. It sucks it up, and then all this stuff just gets left behind, like the sign painter said it would. But it all gets sucked up this tube. Up to here. They say this is the highest point on the entire island. As the sun rises, you can almost see forever. But I wonder what you might see if you floated a little higher with some new eyes. We'll meet again. The sign painter. So these are the eyes he was talking about. You just gotta stick them here, and they're like really, really strong balloons. Essentially. Keep sticking eyeballs on there. And up they go. Let's see how far we can follow them. That far. See? No pipe. From very high up and with some totally huge new eyes, the goo balls could see very far. In every direction, they could see unexplored new islands, each crawling with undiscovered new species of goo. The gameplay possibilities would certainly be endless. The goo balls hoped a brave adventurer would explore their new discoveries. As they drifted higher and higher, they knew they would never be back. And that, as you can see, is the end of Chapter 1. Stay tuned for Chapter 2.